Hi everyone, welcome to Meta Interview with Klara Kopi. Today I'm here with Electrobro. He's a member of the djDAO and co-event coordinator. Hi Electro.
Drop my notes. Hello.
Electrobro, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, thank
Hear your
goodness. It was really
birds.
cold for a little bit, and now it's nice out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So let us know a bit about you. Your past, what did you used to do, what led you here, what do you feel is important for us to know about you?
So let's see. I have been making music or singing or playing an instrument since I was a kid. I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 years old. I've been in bands and choruses all throughout my life. I recorded my high school band's album in high school, two of them actually. And I just continued working with recording and electronic music eventually. And in 2009, I found Ableton Live, and that changed everything. Ableton just unlocked so many creative pathways for me. So I became obsessed with it immediately and never left it as a software. In 2010, I came up with Electrobro, and I've been doing that since. And then in 2012, I started Sine Wave Surfers, which is an artist collective and a record label dedicated to expanding consciousness, spreading love, and empowering people. And the cool thing about putting time into something is you get better at it, and it grows. And that's really what's happened. We started as a Facebook group. That's how I initially came up with the framework for it, was just like adding people to a Facebook group and then sharing relevant links and resources that helped me out as a music maker. And then we started doing shows. Then we started doing compilation albums and workshops, and it just kind of got bigger and started turning into something. And here we are doing shows almost monthly now, all over the place. And we've got releases from artists all over the place as well. So it's cool. Really stoked to be working with Near and just Web3 in general. I think it's a really interesting space, and how we use it right now really determines how it'll be used in the future. So yeah, I'm really just interested in learning as much as I can about everything and seeing what the heck happens. Yep.
It's a great place. So Sine Wave Surfers is making 10 years now.
Yeah. I
Wow.
noticed that the other day. It was like, wow, at 10 years old, we're doing this.
Awesome. 10-year anniversary. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, May 5th, 2012 was the official founding date when I made the Facebook group.
This month, around the corner. Yeah. Awesome. Congratulations. Yeah. It's very good to see a project making so much time, because it takes a long time to develop, and it's great to know that you are together all this time, growing, developing, and becoming something else. Not something else, but bigger, different, with different branches, and now making shows every week almost in the Metaverse also.
Yeah, it's really transformed into something else. And it's cool because there was a time when we weren't, as active or didn't have the attendance to shows that we have now. And so that progression feels organic, and it feels good. So grateful to be doing it.
I was going to ask how was your transition from your previous work area to Web3 and blockchains, but I don't know if you feel there was a transition, like if you were more like a progression, a flow.
Mm-hmm. So right now we're kind of like Soundcloud. Let's see. Discord and Facebook. Those are, like pre-Web3, I would kind of think of. And they're good. We're still using them, but I think really it's just good to explore other platforms. So I've been playing with other things like Audius. Seems like it has a lot of potential. The UI isn't quite there yet, and it can be a little slow at times, but I think it's really the people behind that project really care about it a lot. And I think it has a lot of potential for doing some cool stuff to music. So I'm really excited to see where that project goes, and I'm happy to use it and support those people. So I've been playing with Audius. Let's see, playing with Lightmint, Near, of course, OpenSea. I played with BitClout a little bit. I was, BitClout seems like it has potential. We have like a desperate need for decentralized social media, but it kind of feels a little like a rug pull in a way, which really sucks.
Sometimes,
I really hope it turns into something good. Because I think it has potential or something similar to it. I don't know. Maybe BitClout's not the way, but I think what BitClout did was it was like a good experiment, and it showed us like, okay, this is what this looks like. Here's all the problems that you could possibly encounter in this kind of platform. And I think one of the biggest glaring ones was all the fake accounts. That's bad. But I mean, like, how do you control that? And that's the kind of question that platform like wants to like ask and maybe figure out. So I think really right now it's all about kind of playing with stuff and diversifying, not being all in one on a single platform, because you don't really know. And it's kind of a balance, because if you spread yourself thin, like what the heck do you even focus on? So I don't know. You got to pick a few that you believe in and just kind of try it out, have fun with it, and be conscious. And so my transition isn't totally there. I'm just playing with stuff, still using the pre-Web3 stuff, and then trying Web3 things as well. Just seeing what works and using what works. So, hope that makes sense.
We are all doing that. We still have one foot on Web2 and one foot on Web3. I don't know anyone that is all entirely on Web3. Like you have something on Web3, but you also have a base on Web2, like on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. All this, Discord is one that people use a lot.
Yep.
And I think everyone's still using Web2 because we are in this gray area, right, between the development of Web3 and people are still learning. Well, I'm still learning what is Web3, what are the possibilities, what can we do with that, and we are in this time of change, of starting to getting used to. There are a lot of processes. I think Near is pretty much easier than many other blockchains to use. Making a wallet is super easy. But there's a learning curve, right? It takes time. It's not like that. Oh my God, I'm Web3. Okay.
Sure. Like, if you don't write down your seed phrase on whatever platform it is and you forget it, you're done. You're out of that account. And that is a huge adjustment for a lot of people who can just reset their password on another platform. So it's going to be things like that people just run into, where they might lose access to their entire account just because they lost the piece of paper or whatever it is. So it's a really interesting space, a lot of potential. So I'm excited to just like play with it and see where it goes.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm very excited to see what you're doing in the future.
Thanks.
But did you know that this affected your daily life? Like it changed anything on the way you used to do things, and it started to should we be more in Web3 and on the internet? Do you think that it changed your life in some way?
So I try and use Audius as a primary listening platform nowadays. So I guess before that was Spotify and SoundCloud more so. Now I feel like I'm kind of jumping between all three, SoundCloud, Spotify, and Audius. I'd love if Audius just became my primary listening. We'll see if that happens, but that would be cool. When I started using BitClout, I started checking that like too often, kind of in the same way that you get addicted to Facebook or Instagram and check that too often. So that's just became like another platform in the stack of things that I was addicted to for a bit. And you know, we're back at BitCloud again. It's cool. Like, it's all about balance. You know, you gotta be aware of what you're doing and be aware of your usage of anything that you have in your life, and just be conscious. And yep. So yeah, a lot of the time it's just taking more time from my life and putting it into Web3 stuff, which has, again, there's a lot of potential there, and it's probably a good thing. But yep, internet. It's like you're looking at a screen instead of real life, which can be good, but also can be bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Balance is everything.
Balance is everything.
Yeah, I know. I know how it is. And I barely used the computer before the pandemics, and I started to become more of a digital artist. So yeah, I went to barely nothing to all day long. Like when I'm not using it to do stuff for the DAO, I'm doing something in 3D. So yeah, all computer. Or
wow.
I'm doing, I do all kinds of digital art nowadays. And
Nice.
We still want to develop a music project in the future. We have it, we started dabbling with it, but there's so much that we're doing that we don't have time to fully focus on that now.
Totally.
It'll be great when we can, but we have to know our limits. We wanted to do it all, but yeah, it's exhausting sometimes. So yeah,
Yep.
we gotta take small steps so we don't
burn out.
spread thin.
Yeah, totally. Is that your art behind you there?
It's Pico Pro.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
He's a great graffiti artist. That's all his graffiti
Nice.
stuff.
Oh yeah, that's great.
We use it to decorate my little interview area, so it covers a little bit of the mess.
Nice.
It's my house. That's a little bit of stuff out of place.
It's all good. Got some good art back there.
Yeah, he does. He's brilliant. He does a lot of good art. I love it.
Yeah.
And now he's also making this transition to digital. So yeah, we're both doing it. Each one in its own style and way. I'm more of a 3D artist now. He is more 2D. We're making an exhibition together also. It's going to be great.
Dude, that's awesome. It's so cool that you're all doing that.
Yeah, sometimes I get lost with the questions.
That's all right.
So what do you think of DAOs? Tell us a bit about the ones you're involved with.
So let's see. Primarily djDAO. Also this other one called JPEG DAO, which is more artwork centered. So yeah, those are both pretty cool. I'm like somewhat active in both, and then kind of lurking in several others. I think DAOs are a really interesting concept, and you know, right now we're just playing with like idea and interest based DAOs, which is cool. But I think eventually we'll probably see them in greater forms of governance, whether managing like a larger entity or yeah, there's just a lot of potential there because we kind of need a model of governance that a DAO can offer in a lot of ways. So I'm interested in seeing where it goes, the technology that is, just because it does have a lot of potential. And right now it's, again, the same concept. How we use it really determines like how it's used in the future. And so, yeah, I'm stoked to just continue playing with it and see what happens. So, yeah, djDAO seems like it's got a lot of potential. We've been, doing shows there, which has been really great. Natuno's wonderful to work with. Pico Pro is really wonderful to work with. And honestly, all the people I've connected with through it have been really just beacons of light in this metaverse, which is really cool. I feel like the people that are like actively getting involved with the metaverse can be really awesome folks. I'm sure, that's not always the case, but especially on like a decentralized platform, like it's usually creators and people who are trying to do cool stuff that are like on there right now. And so just like taking the time to speak with someone else, you never know who you're going to meet. You can meet some really cool folks. So yeah, that's really awesome.
It's been great knowing all these people and doing the projects and learning all the time. There's no day I don't learn it. Something.
Yeah, and you're just learning by like using. Yeah.
Sorry?
You're just like learning by using the platform and seeing what it's capable of, whatever platform that is. And that's really crucial.
Stepping in and doing your project is the best way to learn because, really reading about it is not the same.
Not the same, no. You really got to experience it to learn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why did you choose Near Protocol to grow your projects and you are onboarding also your group, right? Sine Wave Surfers to make the projects. Why did you choose Near?
So Near kind of fell into my lap in a way. I didn't deliberately aim for Near, I guess is maybe the way to put it. So I was recommended to hit up djDAO about a year ago by a producer from India by the name of Ezzy Land. And Ezzy told me that I should reach out to djDAO. He's like, yo, you should try and work with Sine Wave Surfers with these folks. And I was like, all right. So I reached out to him. I met Vandal and another fellow in a web chat. And we just continued talking from there. And then I eventually played their Strictly Ballin' event several times. And then just kind of became better friends with Natuno and the other folks involved with djDAO, and just slowly started becoming more active and doing more things to the point that, we just had our Sine Wave Surfers showcase. We're going to be doing our virtual wave event in a month. Let's see, sometime mid-May. We're kind of figuring out the date, but we got some big artists for that. So yeah, why Near? Near seems cool. It seems like a powerful platform. Seems like the support and the dev team behind it like care about it and want people to use it. And it seems fast and it seems efficient. So that's cool. Also, I like using it. It seems easy so far. Not easy, but just like not as much friction as other platforms that I've experienced, which I like. So yeah, I think it really just comes back to what I said before, where you're kind of keeping it diverse, trying multiple things. Here seemed like it wasn't a bad option. So yeah, and I liked it from the first time I used it. So I was like, yeah, we'll just keep on playing with Near. Yeah, you just got to be flexible. Like sometimes, like back to BitClout, I was just super into BitClout for a bit. It seemed like it really could take off and do some cool stuff, and then it just kind of flopped. That was sad. And I don't want to see that happen elsewhere. So that's why I'm not just thinking all my time into one thing. It's like seeing what works, seeing what has the most reach and most value to people. Because at the end of the day, that's really what we're trying to do, is create real value. And that should be the goal of the people that are like developing for the blockchain and the people that are using it. Because value is important. What the heck's the point of selling something if it doesn't have any value? And why would people buy it if it doesn't have any value? So Yep, that's how I feel about that.
It makes sense. And also, yeah, the gas cost for me was also a great point.
Yeah. Seriously. Yeah.
Yeah. In some blockchains, the cost of everything is impossible.
Yeah. Like I haven't had any luck with OpenSea. I mean, maybe I got on it too late, but I've never sold anything on OpenSea. I've sold stuff on Lightmint and I've sold stuff on BitClout. But yeah, OpenSea is just really hard. I think it's very saturated for one, but two, like it's hard to just sell images. You really have to innovate doing something a little more than that in any NFT platform. But I think especially when you're dealing with Ethereum or some high gas fee chain, yeah, people don't want to risk it. They want to make sure that their money's going somewhere that's of value. So yeah, OpenSea, it's okay. I have stuff up there. Go check it out.
Oh my. So what are your thoughts on the metaverse? How do you think that having a virtual space or having a presence on the metaverse is helping you reach your objectives and stays with your group, for instance?
So the metaverse, so deep. You know, there's.
Do you want me to break the question?
No, it's fine. I can talk about it. It's just, it's super powerful. I mean, it's a crazy concept, and it's probably going to be the future. I'm really opting for a decentralized metaverse, and I think again, it goes back to how we use it. Like, if a lot of people jump on some Facebook metaverse or any corporate metaverse, like that's going to be the standard. And so really right now it's like kind of establishing a solid decentralized one that's useful, that's easy and accessible and fun and worth spending time in. And on top of that, it's decentralized. And on top of that, it's not like corporate. It's like, hey, this is the internet as it should exist. So that's the model of metaverse that I'd love to go for. And you can clearly tell which one I don't want. Like, I won't buy an Oculus because I don't respect Meta or Facebook or Instagram as a company, even though I might use it. I certainly don't want to be a part of their virtual reality that they're trying to build, or Microsoft's or any weird company of that nature. I think decentralized is the way. And I think there's a lot of people who recognize that too and care about that a lot. So yeah, if you get into it and just start playing with it, you can inspire other people just by doing that. And other people might start playing with it, and other people might start getting involved and doing creative stuff. So that's really, the goal of like what we're doing with the Sine Wave Surfers shows is onboarding more of our artists. So they're being involved and they're, receiving the Near token from the funding that Near is currently providing for artists because it wants people to be using its platform, which is awesome. Yeah. That's really cool that they're doing that. So yeah, metaverse, really powerful, but also it's like a dream within a dream. I mean, consciousness is already this crazy, bizarre thing where we're all existing in this wild ass reality that seems to be determined by our thoughts and the words that we speak. And more than just like this vacuum that feels like there's no divinity, which is kind of what our media would like you to experience. But in actuality, like, there's so many synchronicities and so many beautiful, wonderful things on top of all the crazy bad stuff that happens, that it's like this universe, this harmony of all. And that's like what consciousness is. And so when you put a screen over that, you're like, in a dream within a dream. You're in a simulation within a simulation, or a matrix in a matrix. And you got to remember that. Yeah, you can just get lost in that, when in actuality, like, the real world's really what matters. And then beyond that, ascending to whatever form of consciousness humanity is destined to be at. So I look at the metaverse as just another step in the path of consciousness and humanity growing. And I think the cool thing is, like, people look at these things like AI and technology speeding up with fear, and they get afraid of it. But really, like, you can't be afraid. You just gotta be there for it and be conscious, and that's what it is. How we use it, how we do it, determines what happens and how other people use it in the future. And we can lead by example by being the best versions of ourselves and inspiring others to do the same. And so if I can do that in the metaverse and radiate that in real life and in the metaverse, heck yeah, I'll do that. And I think a lot of people get that as well. So that's what I think about the metaverse.
I love it. Clap, clap, clap. I loved your discourse about the metaverse. It was beautiful.
Thanks.
Inspiring. Yeah, I hope we had this way. Like, it's not supposed to substitute. It's not using the metaverse as an escape from the reality. It's just, well, complementing. Like I was talking the other day with I think it was Klara. Why not doing the show and also streaming on the metaverse so more people can see it? If you're doing a show in where are you now?
I'm in Virginia, on the east coast of the U.S.
You're doing a show in Virginia. Why not stream it on the metaverse so I'm in Brazil and I can see it also? Why not? Yeah. It would be great to be able to participate there with my avatar and watching your show. Oh, I know this guy. It would be cool. Come on, let's see the show.
Yeah. I mean, seriously though, why not? And that's the cool part, is like that the metaverse can be used just to connect us further, which is a really powerful and positive thing. So yeah, I like that a lot. Connecting people is cool.
You're in multiple places at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's great. It's a great concept. And what are your plans for the future? Do you intend to create a DAO for your group, or do you intend to amplify your metaverse presence?
You know, I think I probably will eventually create a DAO for Sine Wave Surfers. I've toyed around with the idea in my head a lot, especially like I've been playing like 2 shows a weekend for the past month. So I'm driving a lot. So I've been thinking about this a lot recently. We have several in-person shows coming up. The next one is May 20th, and then one after June 24th. We'll be doing an in-person festival as well. So yeah, you know, I'd love to be incorporating streaming into those, so then we can in fact stream into like whatever metaverse or Twitch.
Awesome.
Yeah, you know, because there's people that would love to experience that, even if through like a Web3 platform or Twitch. At least they can like be a part of it and interact with it and feel like they're sort of there, which is cool. So yeah, just gonna keep doing shows. Like I said, we were doing the virtual wave show sometime in May that has Jay Cooch, Tango, Sleazy Lettuce, Kristen, and one other artist, Yako. So yeah, it's going to be a nice little showcase of artists that are affiliated with us. Really excited about that. My brother does our visualizer under the name Swellboy. He uses Resolume, and yeah, I feel like we've got a pretty cool aesthetic happening between him and just like what we've been able to grow as on our shows that we've been doing in Crypto Voxels through djDAO. So yeah, just gonna keep doing stuff, just gonna keep using it, just gonna keep meeting people, and yeah, maybe spin it off into a DAO. I'm kind of just like watching how djDAO and other DAOs are operating to kind of get a better idea of like the best way to use it, what best way to go about doing it. Because yeah, you can't make all the mistakes yourself. You kind of have to watch other people make mistakes and learn the best you can. I mean, you're gonna make mistakes too, definitely. but yeah, kind of
It's
get a bit
smart
of
move. Yeah, throwing yourself out there without knowing anything. Oh, it's hard. If you have people that can show you something, and you learn with them by creating with them, it's way easier. And I think, yeah, it's a better way to learn. Than it's good to throw yourself at things sometimes, but yeah, it's great if you can watch someone doing it and yeah, learning. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, this I didn't like so much. I could do different. Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Especially, like we were saying before, having the time and being able to focus on different things and get those things done first. It's like, yeah, making a DAO would be really cool, but also it's kind of lower priority right now, but I'm still thinking about it. Like it's probably going to happen. It's just,
a lot
there's
of
other
work.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of
it's a lot of work. Yeah, it really is. And like, what I've seen so far is participation. It's hard to get people to participate. Like there's definitely, it's incentivized and there's definitely people that want to participate, even if it wasn't incentivized. But yeah, and that's just going to come from an interface that doesn't have much friction, and as well as the token, and as well as a space that doesn't have much friction. And near feels like that in a lot of ways. But I think, like, yeah, it's just creating something that has value that people want to participate in, and still kind of figuring out what that looks like for us. So, yeah.
it's very new, right? We are at the beginning, building the foundations for it to grow. So a lot is going to happen yet, and we are going to build also. We are building and we are getting there and helping and sharing and connecting and collaborating, and I think it would be beautiful. I hope. I'm full of hope. Let's go there.
That's
Hope
the
I
way.
have.
That's how you do it. Manifest. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And meeting all these great people, it helps a lot. For sure.
Yep.
What are you working on now? I know you're making this show, so in real life. And what else are you doing?
Let's see. What am I working on right now? I'm about to start a new job. I'll be working as an instructor at James Madison University in Virginia. I am developing an application for managing addiction because I realize everyone is kind of addicted to stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of making an app that's designed not to be used. Like eventually you shouldn't have to use it, but I think really we just need tools right now to help us manage stuff like that. So yeah, that's all I can say about it for now, but I'm feeling good about where it's going. I'm working on a board game as well, developing board game. That's cool. And I also make hot sauce. I've got 3 flavors of hot sauce, and yeah, I got hot sauce that I make, and it's really good. I'd walk to my garage and get my bottles to show them off, but it's going to take a few seconds, so maybe at the end of the stream. But yeah, I guess trying to make it as a musician and just do it as a musician is really hard nowadays. And also, I think if I was doing that, I'd get kind of bored. I like doing stuff and learning new things. So, yeah, you just have to. Yeah, you always have to be innovating and figuring out new cool stuff to keep yourself interested, and then also keep other people interested. So that's really where I'm at. If I go play a show somewhere, I'll sell art that I make in hot sauce and shirts, and that helps me pay for gas, and also is kind of a creative outlet. So
cool.
Yeah, it definitely helps because gas is like doubled in price, which is the worst.
Oh my god, yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I think everyone's feeling the effects of that and how annoying it really is. Yep, what a time. But yeah, I don't know, just trying to learn as much as I can and do as much as I can without burning myself out. I think I've gotten better at that balance over the years. So yeah, let's see. Anything else that's cool? We're gonna start doing releases on Sine Wave Surfers here pretty soon. That's been a big task. Was getting our contracts written up and all that good stuff for both our backlog releases as well as stuff in the future. So yeah, about to start releasing a lot of stuff on Spotify and all over the place on major streaming platforms, and then probably going to explore some Web3 options as well. So yeah, I think that'll be cool. Trying to get more Sine Wave Surfers artists onto Near and Audius, of course, and see what else is available. So yeah, just out here staying busy.
Maybe one day you're selling your sauce as an NFT.
That would be wild. I've thought about that before. Holders of this
Imagine
NFT.
that.
I mean, it could work if you have a hot sauce NFT, then you get a free refill once a year or something like that, as long as you're an NFT. Yeah.
Ideas.
Ideas. Thanks for that. I'll think about that.
No problem. It's yours.
Grateful. Do you have any other questions?
To see all that you're doing. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. It's a lot. But thankfully it's stuff I like doing. Yeah. I think that helps.
I understand you. I'm just like that. I want to do everything.
Yeah.
And I get bored doing only one thing. I'm a jeweler, for instance, but now my studio is paused.
Yeah, that's cool. You can always go back to making jewelry as well, too.
It's cool, right? I like it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, my blowtorch broke.
So
I have to get another one. So I have been postponing that because it's a lot of money and I have so much to do. But I will one day when I'm a bit more established because I'm learning too much now because I just started doing a lot of stuff. Like for instance, now I'm the council of the Metaverse DAO, and man, that's a lot of stuff.
I bet.
It's awesome, but yeah, you have to learn a lot of things. I'm sure. So I've been trying to learn how to do all that in the best way possible. And yeah, it's going to take a while for me to come back to jewelry, but you'll be cool.
Yeah, you got that.
And one thing leads to another. You start getting some stability work-wise, and then after you can go back to your hobbies also because you have the means to buy a new blowtorch, for instance. Because I couldn't.
Yep.
So it's going to be great when I can. Sorry?
One step at a time.
Yeah. Sometimes we want to do everything, but yeah, but it's good to have hobbies. I'm excited to see your sauce. What's the name?
Pardon?
What's the name of your brand?
Yo, right now it's Ebro hot sauce because I'm Electrobro. I think I'm gonna rebrand the hot sauce and probably call it Wave Sauce, like Sine Wave Surfers. I think Wave Sauce is a little more catchy. Still kind of playing with that.
Wave sauce. Yeah.
Yeah. I could get the bottles. You want me to get a bottle real quick? It's like right over here.
You can get it, yeah.
Okay,
I'll pause here.
So here is the Ebro hot sauce. It might be backwards.
So cool.
Yes. So yeah, this is the original flavor. This is a pineapple habanero, and people really like it. I really like it.
I love hot sauce.
Me too. It's really good for tacos.
Awesome.
So yeah, this is the
pineapple
base
habanero.
flavor. Pineapple habanero. Yeah, and then I've got the mild flavor, Crooked Label too, and that's a shishito pepper with white vinegar, and then I threw in one chocolate habanero. just to kind of give it a little bit of kick in the entire batch, but it's
Oh.
very. And then last but not least, we've got the extra hot. Yep, it's extra hot. It's got a ghost pepper, it's got a chocolate habanero, and it's got a reaper in the batch, and it definitely adds a slow but very real heat to it. So
People
yep.
talk about the ghost pepper.
That's a hot
Never
one.
tried it.
It's a hot one. Yeah, I don't recommend. I recommend cooking it first before eating it, but you know, you can do what you want.
Awesome. Love it. Love the labels also. Very cool.
Thanks.
Edgy.
Yeah. Very, very much so. You know, really,
Yeah.
it's like the only art I know how to make well is that kind of aesthetic. So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna make the
Very
hot
cool.
sauce.
I like it.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and there's a wave of people getting back to vaporwave now, right? As aesthetic.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of people dabbling with it. I think
I think it's
came
really
back.
cool that it came back. Yeah, it's really cool to me. And I don't know. I feel like my art was vaporwave, and now it's what I call hyperwave, and that it's like a little post vaporwave or the next evolution of it. So
gotta look into it because I never heard of. Interesting. It's always good. I always learn something.
I think I'm pretty sure I just came up with it and started calling my stuff hyperwave, but I think it is
hyperwave. It's great. Then you're coming up with something. That's awesome too.
Well,
cool. Inventing
your
stuff is the best.
It really is. It really is. Did you have any more questions for me?
Now just about the future is more about you something that some message you would leave to people. Like what legacy would you like to leave for future creatives and builders, for instance?
Let me see. You know, I'd love to, as far as a legacy goes, I'd love to like create something and leave something that people will use in a way that like benefits themselves and the people around them, providing real value and real utility to both the users and the creators. That's super important.
It's a great objective.
Yeah. So if I can have a hand in like forming something like that, I'd be happy. That'd be super cool. And if I could support myself and my family in the process of building that, that'd be cool too. So that's really where I'm at. And I mean, we're all the same. We're all part of the same thing. We're all there's some spark of divinity in us. Consciousness is very powerful. I mean, like, you know, they find that like particles, when you look at them, behave differently than when you don't look at them. That's a crazy concept. Whereas we break particles down more and more, they're really just vibrating. It's really just smaller and smaller things vibrating, which is really the universe is just energy. So that's a really powerful concept. I don't know what it means all the way, but I think it's good to remember that. And the energy you put out in the world really dictates the world around you. So use it wisely.
Yeah, showing up for your stuff, and being able to support your family. Go there. I think you will do it.
Thanks. I think so too.
You have my vibes.
Thanks.
Hope it helps.
Likewise. Well, thanks for meeting, Klara. I really enjoyed this.
No problem. The last question would be if you could give some words of wisdom to those who are studying now, what would you say to them?
You know, it's never too late. Get involved, start doing stuff, start learning, start playing, find things you're interested in, things you care about, and go with that. You could pick some totally out there thing if that was something that interested you. But in a lot of ways, like if you're a graphic designer, find other graphic designers that are doing stuff on the internet in the way that you want to do it. And just like ask them questions. A lot of people would be glad to answer questions. That's not always true. You're going to find a bad egg here and there. But a lot of the time, like people are happy to talk about what they care about. And if you remember that and just treat them as people, they'll treat you as people back. And yeah, that's cool. So
You're right.
yeah, keep learning, spread that love, be the change. And you can inspire people in the actions that you have and the thoughts that you have and the things that you say and things that you do. So use it wisely. And yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for everything. It was great having you here today. I know that you made time for us. You're very, very busy. Thank you. Thank you.
Of course. Thanks again. I enjoyed this a lot.
Me too. Thank you for being here. And
of course.
Meet you on the Metaverse, universe.
Give Pico Pro a hug for me.
Well,
okay,
he loves you.
All right. Well, have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great show.